Hello everyone, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. Well, today is going to be short but sweet. I have one journal that I finished to share with you, some cards, blank greeting cards that I'm putting in the shop, and we're going to call it a day, just a quick visit before the weekend. I've had a very busy week. I've been substituting in the afternoons at our school for high school, and I have to go back again this afternoon, and there's just been a lot going on. Also, my internet's terrible today. I'm still waiting on my order from Starlink Internet, and whatever I have, my mobile internet that I have now, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get this video uploaded on it. I may have to go wait till I go into town or the school to get it uploaded. So we don't want to make it too long to ease my frustration, but we're going to still have a bunch of inspiration and spend a couple minutes together. Before I show you the journal, I have 3 sets of these are the Maggie Holmes Heritage blank greeting card collection. That makes sense. Anyway, I got them in, I kept some for myself, but I got them in a big lot, big bulk lot. Oh, come on. Can't even work a paper clip. But they're so beautiful. And they're rather lightweight, and I loved how they're actually not branded on the card and there's nothing inside. That makes it perfect to actually use as a page in a journal or to cut in half and use as journal cards. I mean, look at the vintage butterfly. The polka dots, it's a great base for building on. But honestly, my set, because I kept a set for myself, I will either use as like thank you cards, happy mail cards, or as actual pages in my junk journal. There are 10 cards, I believe, and then the 10 blank white envelopes. And there are 3 identical sets. So those would be in the supplies section. But my journal is the star of the show today. I'm just, being silly. Okay, so I recycled this lace off of a piece of clothing. It's just a very beige, like neutral color, kind of delicate. Goes really well with this. I've been talking about in the last week or so how I am working through this wallpaper book that I think it's called Country Home. And I've been using the wallpaper for journals and other things. So I covered my next journal with it. It is a graham cracker box again for the cover. Cute size. It's 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. And it always surprises me what the journal turns out to be. So obviously I didn't go country themed, not exactly. Yes, there's the little berries, and this is actually called Cranberry Currant is what I'm calling it. And I have hand-dyed paper, a different wallpaper, this gorgeous image. I can't even remember who that was from. I want to say it is Kelly Creates. And then this little junk jewelry piece here. I think it was an earring or a brooch, and I glued it on there. And it's purple, but I felt like it pulled really well from a couple of the hints of purple and added another color. Single signature stitched on the inside. We have hand-dyed paper as well, reinforced with more wallpaper. We have a little pocket this journal belongs to, and then this is just a little collaged journal card that, excuse me, I used some scraps to make. And then Creamy Cranberry Garnet is the paper pack that I used from my shop. You can search that, find it printed or digitally in my shop. I have a couple of page edgings that I've used. I found that if I'm trying to do a simple journal and not take too much time up, but I still want a pretty edge, 4 is the minimum, 4 page edgings. I think 6 to 8 fills it in more, but if I'm going for more simple and I don't have a lot of time and I want something, 4 is a good number. So I have a little coffee dyed ticket on that one. I have another wallpaper piece. This is hand-dyed paper, and I've just decorated that. Hand-dyed paper. This is Canadian Wildflower Script journal cards. I've also used some of Robin's family history, and it says under the currant bushes, which is why I'm calling this Cranberry Currant. Kind of the colors, kind of a little bit of hint of berry throughout. We have some vintage paper, doily that I've put some ink on. Made a little circle thing. This is a journal card I made using my stained lace paper pack. If you have not purchased stained lace, I think that's just one of those paper packs that you can use over and over again in a whole bunch of different journals. We have Under Grandma's Window. Here's another page edge, and I've used the little faux mushroom stamp on that one. Look at how pretty that came out. So what I did, I have a silicone mat. I think it's for doing frosting or fondant, but I took my Cranberry, I think it's called Cranberry Crisp, it's Stampin' Up. I brushed it over the top of that, spritzed it with a little bit of water, and then I laid this down on top, and then I dried it. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it's so pretty. Came out really well. This is Daily Life. A little bit of washi tape. These lovely bags that Joanne sells in the shop. Go to supplies and you can get them. And then here's a little, I used My Porch Prints and then one of my nature image collection. Put that in there. Made a little pocket here. Now, this is very interesting. I used my laser printer for this, and I used like a semi-gloss paper, and the toner didn't want to stick to it, so it started wearing off. And then I even used, it's kind of a very light sander, and it gave this really cool, like, wearing away old effect. This is wallpaper here. And then we have My Porch Prints and Canadian Wildflower Script journal cards. We have hand-dyed papers with stamping. Here's another little page edge. Rustic weeds. Little book page image. Robin family history. This is from Vintage Image Collection. Just stitched it, made a little belly band, done stenciling, little tickets and labels, little flip up, flip down, made out of wallpaper. Creamy Cranberry Garnet. Here's a little butterfly on that one. That is that Cranberry Crisp ink from Stampin' Up. Isn't that beautiful? I've been oohing and awing over it because I've just started using this color, and I've used it a couple times, and just really striking. There's a little ephemera piece I made for some wallpaper. This is from Daily Life. The tag base is from Victoria Designs, and I have a reinforcer and then a stamp on it. There's a little wallpaper bookmark. There's a little, oh yes, I got to show you this. So this is a wallpaper pouch, and I ran it through with a butterfly embossing folder and added just a touch of ink on the top. And then this could go inside, or you could put other things inside, but I just left it out so you could see it. Have to add butterflies everywhere. This is hand-dyed paper with stamping, and it opens this way for journaling. And the library card is from Dreamy Designs Collection. You can get that on my shop as well. Just type it in, Dreamy Designs. It'll pop right up. And it's a gorgeous library card there. So I had no idea how this journal was going to turn out. I certainly would not have thought it was going to go kind of vintage lady. So to me, this is kind of like vintage country lady, you know, walking through her berry bushes and looking at the robins and, you know, picking flowers and butterflies, and almost like Girl of the Limberlost, but a little more sophisticated than that. It came out so pretty. I am working on another journal. I showed you a peek of that in yesterday's video. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, that would be the video directly before this on my channel. I'm decorating some pages for a country birds journal that's really beautiful that you may want to see what I've been working on, but that should be available next week, I hope. We'll see how next week goes. Monday, my boys are off of school for President's Day, so I still plan on having a video, but I always just like to throw out there what's going on in the week, so you know that, oh, she didn't show up, is everything okay? Or, yeah, there's President's Day. My son's 7th birthday is next week as well, so I've got stuff to plan for that. So lots going on, but happy to be here, happy to spend time with you. Oh, if you've stayed to the end, you deserve this little piece of information. You all know I have a Facebook group, Nevermore Creations, Junk Journals and Friends. Do a whole lot of fun stuff over there. You should join it. But if you go there, there's a link to a new Facebook group I just started. And it's some long name like Nevermore Creations, Orphan Images for Junk Journals, or I can never make a short title, right? I just go on and on and on every word. The idea though is free digitals. So I create digitals, you know that I sell digitals. And I work on paper packs, ephemera packs, kits. I have my exclusive Creative Fabric of Fans Image Club. It's kind of like Patreon. It helps support my channel, but you get exclusive digitals nobody else gets, right? So please sign up for that. That helps me out a lot. You can find that link in the description box as well. But a lot of times I wind up with an image and I'm like, oh, it's beautiful. And then it doesn't fit in anything. It doesn't go with the paper pack I'm working on. It doesn't go in a journal I'm working on. It doesn't go in an ephemera pack I'm working on. It's not quite right for my fans page. And I'm like, what do I do with it? I guess I'll just keep going, or I'll put it in some folder somewhere. And I'm like, that just is not doing those images justice. Those images need to be used, found, and loved. So while I ask, please support my channel by signing up for Creative Fabric of Fans or subscribing to my YouTube channel or whatever, I want to give back too. I think the images deserve them. The artists of those images from long ago, it's a great way to honor them, and you all deserve it. You all have been so kind to follow me, and we all love something free now and again, do we not? So it's totally free. I don't promise when I'll be uploading images. It's just when I find one. There's several up there right now. And then what I'm doing is I'm not going waxing eloquent. You don't have to read a whole bunch of posts or anything. I'm just going to say pretty much where the image is from. So like it's public domain, or, maybe I did create it. Like I created a journal card yesterday and some of the elements came from Pixel Scrapper. Well, I'd like to say that so that I give honor to that. To what they're doing, right? I have the terms of use. I have the license to create something for that and to share it with you. But there's also a terms of use with every image because every image is different. So in that case, with Pixel Scrapper, if I'm using designs from them, you can't take that image and alter it in any way. You can print it and then you can use it in your journals to sell. That's fine. I'll write that out. Terms of use, handmade, commercial use only, or whatever. But there's plenty of images that are public domain, and you need to know that. So if you're a digital designer or you want to change it up and you want to sell it and you're like, oh, I can use this image in my digital kit I'm working on. It's perfect. Or I'm working on an ephemera pack for my Etsy shop and this is just the image I need to round it out. Well, I'm going to say that no restrictions, which means sell it. Do what you want with it. Maybe you're wanting to print up a bunch of greeting cards to sell and it's the perfect image. Well, I'm going to tell you this one's okay, or this one, what you can actually use them for. And hopefully that'll just be easy. You'll know I'm trying to be as fair as possible and as transparent as possible in that. And I hope you'll join. It's just for fun. I'm not asking anything in return, just that you follow the terms of use for the images. And I'm trying to be as generous as possible. And I'd love to see what you make with them. If you make something with it, you can either comment below that image to show us or go over to the other Facebook group, Nevermore Creations, Junk Journals, and Friends. Show us what you made. We'd love to see it. Have a great day.